to a wonderful start. Today we're actually going to need a strap. Just anything will do. A tie, a belt, a long thin scarf, anything that just suffices for this type of use. Other than that, I'm super excited. We're opening back up on the 18th, so if you'd like to check out what classes we have to offer, feel free to check out our the Woodlands Yoga app or the Mind Body app. And then class space is going to be limited, so make sure that you sign up ahead of time and pay for classes or get your packages. And if you had packages before, they are still there. No worries about that. And if you have any questions, feel free to message us on Facebook or to the studio's webpage as well. Other than that, I hope you're all doing fantastic, finding things, finding joy, finding things to do, getting outside, getting some sunshine, finding some good healthy snacks and foods to eat, and just finding joy in life. And it's still out there. It's still completely capable. I know it's a bit of a crazy time, but we can always find the joy in the little things, in the sunshine and the rain. So without further ado, it is time for us to get started. So I'd like you to just sit up nice and tall in your chair. Let your sit bones relax in your seat. Feel free to let your back come to the back of the chair. Make sure that your feet are pressing firmly into the mat or the floor. Hands are resting palm up or palm down on the tops of your thighs. And then feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze and just begin to settle in. At first, just acknowledging how your body feels. Is your mind racing? Are we nice and calm this morning? If you're feeling a little anxiety into the body this morning, feel free to take a nice big inhale and exhale. Just letting it come out of the mouth any way that relieves stress for you. For me, that means taking a nice big deep breath. My shoulders come up towards my ears, and then I relax it all down. No worries, no one is watching. This time is all for you. So do what feels best for you in your body and your breath. And then just allow yourself to come back to your natural breathing, acknowledging as it comes in and out of the body, bringing awareness to any areas to be cautious of today. And then maybe bring to mind something you would like to dedicate your practice to today as you build and send out the energy in your body. Or maybe bring something to mind that brings joy. No matter how big or small. Maybe it's something kind someone did for us. Someone did something kind for us. Or maybe simply just the smell of fresh bread. Maybe allow yourself to smile as you think of this moment, this joy. of my little joys that I have is being able to share even this long distance moment with you. Being able to come back into the studio soon and share my time in person. So let's begin with our wrists. So we're going to extend our arms out in front, just creating some little circles here, going in one direction. Maybe take it nice and slow, seeing how much mobility you have in your wrists. Just being easy, and then we'll go the opposite direction. This way always feels a little funky, and that's okay. Sometimes feeling funky is fun. Oh, and remember, if you are one that typically comes to my class or would just like to join in this, feel free to turn on any kind of music that feels good. Typically, we like to listen to oldies, but that's okay if you want to listen to something else too. Feel free to turn that on in the background and get a little groove on while we're going through our yoga poses and our yoga class. All right, so shake that out. Let your arms relax for a moment. And then we're just going to turn our fingertips up, pulling our fingertips back towards our shoulders, and then letting them come down, almost as if we were trying to touch our fingers to our wrist. Good, and then we'll go back up, and then back down. And the last time up, and last time down. Good, shake it out. Good. All right, now we're going to extend the hands out long in front and open and close. And I want you to really go as fast as you can here. Maybe not supersonic speed, but a pretty good pace. Opening and closing, getting a little blood pumping in the hands, a little movement here. All right, out to the sides. Woo, do you feel those forearms warming up? And down to the bottom. Woo, mine are slowing down, I feel it. And last one up to the top. Open, close, open, close, open, close. And then release. Let it go. Wiggle it out, shake it out, roll it out, however feels good to you. All right. Then we'll let the arms come down by the sides. On an inhale, we'll inhale. Reach the fingers up, nice big stretch. Press the palms of your feet into the floor. Reach your fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. And then on an exhale, we're going to sweep forward, letting the fingertips come down towards the floor. Head dangles. Release the head, neck, and shoulders here. And then slowly roll all the way back up to seated. Inhaling the hands up and overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Releasing everything down and slow roll up. Getting a little bit of movement into the spine. Inhaling, reaching the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slow roll up. Reaching the fingertips long. And then 2 more times at your own pace. Forward fold. Inhaling, slow roll up. Fingertips reaching up and over. And exhale, last time, forward fold. Slow roll up. Inhaling up long. And then just exhale, release the hands down. Good. All right, we're gonna move into those shoulders. We've already been moving them around a little bit, so we're just gonna start with one. So I know this seems a little odd to just do one shoulder at a time, but you got this. All right, so we're just gonna roll the right shoulder back towards the wall behind you, assuming that there's a wall and you're not outside enjoying yoga today. Ooh, anybody else have some Frankie shoulders? Goodness. All right, let's take the opposite direction. Probably looks a little funny. Good, and let's go to the opposite side. So we're going to take the left shoulder towards the back wall. Good, and then we'll reverse the direction. It's almost like a little funky dance move. All right, now I'm really going to play with your brain. So we're going to alternate. Going backwards with the shoulders, getting them both on board, getting a little wiggle going on. Good, and then let's change the direction. All right, and if you can't tell, so far we are working on the upper body today. We'll come back to stillness. Last week we worked on the lower body, so we're just going to connect the two halves today. All right, so next we're going to bring our palms together, interlacing our fingers, and then we're going to turn our palms out. So you might get a little finger stretch with this, and that's okay. And then we'll inhale, reach the hands up, and exhale, releasing the hands, let them come back down. Good, hands come together, palms turn out. Inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, release them down. Good, let's do that 3 more times. Feel free to move at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling, release. Good, 2 more times. Good, and last one. Inhale. All the way up, nice big stretch. And then exhale, release. Good. Shake those hands out, wiggle those shoulders if you need to. And then let's grab a hold of your strap. Good, so we're gonna do a little shoulder flossing here. So we're gonna take the strap long. We want a good amount of space between our hands. And we're just gonna take the strap up and over the head and behind the body. Good, so keep them all the way down towards your waist. If that reaches, and that's okay. We just want enough slack in the strap to where we're not bending our elbows. So going up and over. I'll turn around real quick so you can see how my arms are moving behind me. My shoulders are coming together. My arms are staying long. And just a few more. Feel free to stay seated. If it feels better to stand up and do so, feel free. No worries. Remember, anything in my class is always just an offering. If there's something that's not working for you today or is just really not feeling good and creating pain in the body, back off from that. No worries. You take what you need and you leave the rest. Alright, let's do 2 more here. Good, and last one. Good. And then just let the strap rest in your lap. We have 1 more pose to do, or 1 more yoga move. Let your shoulders relax, let your hands relax. Maybe take a full breath in and out. Good. And then we're going to come forward in your chair just a little bit. And we're going to take the strap over the left shoulder. So it's just dangling here. It's not tied on anywhere. Nothing crazy happening. Then we're going to take our right arm out to the right. We're going to bend our elbow and bring our right palm behind us, grabbing the strap. If you need to use the opposite hand for a little help, no worries. Opposite hand, left arm is going to come out to the side. We're going to turn our left hand thumb down. We're going to bend the elbow, bringing the back of the palm towards the back, and we're going to grab the opposite side of the strap. So it looks like this. And I want to flare the elbows, so I'm not crouching over because my arm is hitting into the back of my head. I want my elbows to be coming out to the side. So I want to stay long throughout the spine, elbows moving out. If you can clasp your arms behind you, that's great. Other than that, we're going to pull almost as if we're trying to rip our strap in half and open up. Good. And breathe. Keep your gaze lifted. Maybe even look up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for you. Maybe even cinch a little bit closer, moving your hands towards each other on the strap. Remember to breathe. Two more breaths. Good. On your next inhale, we'll release the left hand, extend it out nice along beside us, turn our left thumb back up towards the ceiling, and then release it down. Release the right hand, extending it out long, and letting it come down by the side. Woo, shake those hands out, and then we're going to take the strap over to the opposite side. So the strap is now on the right shoulder. I'm going to take my left hand out, thumb up. I'm going to bend my arm and take that hand towards the opposite strap, or towards the strap. I can use my right hand if I need a little help, no worries. We all need a little help sometimes. And then the right hand will go out to the side, thumb down, bend, taking the back of the palm towards the back, and grab the strap. So here, grabbing the bottom. And remember, if your hands can come and reach each other, we can also grab there. All right, so we have our strap on the right shoulder. Left hand is grabbing the top of the strap, right hand is grabbing the bottom. And then we're going to take the elbows out towards the sides of the room instead of the front. And we're going to try to pull the strap apart. So active hands, active muscles. And then breathe. Keeping your grip on the strap or your hands. Trying to rip the strap apart. Staying tall throughout the spine. Gaze is lifted. 2 more breaths. Good job. All right, we're going to unwind. So release the bottom hand. Letting the right hand come out, thumb down. We'll turn it thumb up. And release that right hand down. Left hand releases, comes out to the side, and all the way down. Good. We are done with this strap for today. So feel free to throw it off to the side. All right, so sit up nice and tall in your chair. Feet are grounded underneath the knees. And then we're going to inhale, open the arms out wide like you're just about to get the biggest, best, juiciest hug ever. And then you're going to hug yourself. So right hand on the bottom, left hand on top. And then reach your hands behind you as if you're giving yourself just the best hug. And then on an inhale, we're going to inhale, lift the elbows, lift the chest. And then exhale, release it down. Giving yourself a little bit of a cat back. If you can reach your shoulder blades, we can kind of get a little bit of a grasp and tug. Good. And then inhale, reach those elbows up. And exhale, cat back. Good. Inhale, reach the elbows up. Pulling them away from the chest. And exhale, round it forward. Good. 2 more times at your own pace. Good. And then on the next time through neutral, we'll pause here. Release the arms, reaching them for the sides. And then exhale, release them down. Good. We're going to switch the crossing over arms and do that 1 more time. So Inhale, arms come out to the sides. And exhale, switch your grip. So my right hand is on the bottom, now my right hand is on top. I'm gonna reach around, grab towards my shoulder blades. Good. And then on the next inhale, I'll reach the elbows up. And exhale, round it forward, cat back. Good. Continue inhaling, reaching up. And exhaling, cat spine. 3 more. 2 more. This is a variation of our eagle arms here, with a little bit of a cat spine included. And the last one. Good. On your next inhale through neutral, we'll pause here. Open the arms up big again. And exhale, release them down. Good. Feel free to roll your shoulders out any way that feels good to you. And then we'll come back to neutral. Good. On our next exhale, we're going to reach our hands behind us. If your arms fit into the insides of the chair, we can leave them there, or we can clasp our hands behind us. And we're going to broaden across the chest. So we're just coming into a little mini back bend. I'll turn sideways so you can see me better. So hands are behind us or reaching into the chair towards the back of the mat, or they're clasped. And now I can leave them here trying to pull them apart away from each other, or I can extend them long as if I'm trying to touch my fist towards the floor. And then wherever I'm at, I'm going to lift my gaze, broaden across my collarbones, and find a little stretch across my chest, with a tiny back bend included. And then exhale, release. Let your hands come back around towards the front. Full breath in and out here. We'll do that 2 more times. And on your next exhale, we'll bring the hands back behind us. Maybe try a different positioning of the hands or recreate what you did before, no worries. Broadening across the collarbones. Hands are pulling apart or reaching towards the floor. Mini back bend, gaze is lifted. And then exhale, release it down. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, reach the hands. Exhale, broaden across the collarbones, lift the gaze. We'll pause here for 2 breaths. Good, on your next exhale, gently release your hands, letting them come back around to your lap. And let your back come to the back of the chair. Good, full breath in and out here. Good, on your next inhale, we're going to take the right hand out towards the side, thumb up, and exhale, right hand reaches over towards the left hand presses right into that tricep, right above the elbow. And now you may feel your shoulder reaching up towards your ear, and so we're going to plug that shoulder right back in. You see it's a small movement, my shoulder reaching up towards my ear, and then I plug it back in. Good. Fingertips are reaching over towards the left. I'm keeping pressure with my left hand into the back of my tricep, and vice versa. So my tricep is also pressing back into my hand as I'm plugging that arm back into my shoulder socket. And just a couple more breaths. Good, on my next inhale, I'll inhale, sweep those right fingertips back out towards the right side, and exhale, release it down. Good, inhale, left hand reaches out towards the left, and exhale, my left fingertips reach over towards the right, and my right hand comes to the back of my left tricep, plugging that left arm back into the left shoulder socket. Stay nice and tall. And breathe. You might feel a little stretch onto the back of your tricep, maybe into your shoulder blades here. Wherever your body is tight. Two more breaths. Does this pose bring joy for you? Or do we need to think about our joyous moment again? Good. On your next exhale, release that left hand out long. And then down by the side. Good. All right, everyone's favorite and one of mine for sure. We'll take our hands to the tops of our thighs or our knees, and we'll just move through a little cat and cow here. So yogi's choice, inhaling or exhaling into our cow pose, broadening across the collarbones, lifting the gaze, using our hands on our knees to give a little assistance. And then exhale or inhale, yogi's choice, into our cat pose. If you find that your back is pressing too much into the chair, feel free to scoot a little forward. And then continue moving at your own pace. Through your cat pose, pressing the back of your spine towards the back wall, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone, and then coming into your cow pose, broadening across the collarbones, lifting the gaze, flipping the tailbone out. All right, continue moving. Pairing your breath with your movement. And then the next time you come through neutral, feel free to include any other movements you'd like to. So maybe that means a little hula hoop motion here. Maybe you'd like to wag your tail a little bit, taking your ribs closer to your hip bones. Maybe you want to get a little funky with it and get your shoulders involved. However this serves you in this moment. Just a couple more breaths here, making sure that you're going in both directions, lingering in any space that needs a little extra attention or just feels really good. And then the next time you come through neutral, we'll pause here. All right, so let's get those abdominals on board today. So we're gonna take our fingertips and we're gonna press them into the back of our skull, but our head is gonna press back. So I'm pushing with my hands and I'm also returning that pressure with my head, keeping my spine nice and long. Good. And from here, I'm just going to think about bringing my elbow towards the floor. So just a little side to side bend. This is firing up our obliques. Those are our abdominal muscles that are here on the sides. Making sure to take a slight pause every time we come back through center. Are you breathing? Pausing? Are you still smiling this morning? Are you staying upright or crouching forward? And keeping your hands pressing into your head and your head into your hands. Good. Let's do two more to each side. And one more. Good. All right. Release the hands down to the lap. Take a little pause here. Full breath in and out. I know my abdominals are warmed up now. We're all fired up and ready to go. And then we're going to bring the fingertips back to the back of the head. So this one's a little bit different. We're gonna crunch forward. So we're gonna do a little bit of that pelvic tilt, just like we do for our cat pose. So we're gonna round forward, fingertips stay here. We're gonna engage the core, just crunching forward. So we wanna stay long with the head into the hands, hands into the head. It's the same kind of crunching type motion that we would do if we were laying out onto the floor. Except for we're changing the direction of the weight by being upright. It's a little more gentle, but still gets that activation into the core and abdominal muscles. So the abdominal muscles that we're working now are down the center, thinking about on either side of your belly button. Good. Now, next time you come upright, we'll pause here. And instead of crunching forward, we're going to hinge forward. So this is actually going to work our low back muscles a little bit more. So you may have heard other exercises that you might find into the gym, such as good mornings. So we're using our arms, our head, our upper torso as the weight we're using for our low back and spine. Good, let's do 3 more. 3. Are you staying long throughout the spine? 2. Are you breathing? And last one. Good. Next time you come through neutral, release the hands down by the sides. Whew. That's some good work, you guys. All right, so sit up nice and tall in your chair. We're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left. Maybe move anything out of the way that's preventing your sit bones from being grounded into your chair. Now we'll sit up nice and tall, so long throughout the spine. We're grounded, our spine is long, broad across the collarbones, and then on an exhale, we're going to twist from that bottom rib towards the right. Left hand can come to the top of the right leg, right hand can come behind. I'm looking towards the right side or over my right shoulder. And then breathe here in our twist. If this is uncomfortable to cross the legs, feel free to come back and keep the legs neutral. No worries at all. Just want to make sure to keep the hips in place and only let from the bottom rib up, turn towards the right. Are you still breathing? Are we still smiling? Good. Give me 2 more full breaths here. Good. On your next exhale, we'll gently release. Uncross the legs. And then recreate for the opposite side. So left leg crosses over. Sit bones are grounded. Grow long throughout the spine. And then we'll twist from that bottom rib. Right hand comes to the top thigh. Left hand comes to the chair behind. Gaze comes over to the left. And breathe. Two more breaths. And then on your next exhale, we'll gently unwind, uncross. Good. On your next inhale here, we'll heel toe the feet out. Nice little baby steps, nice wide feet. And then take a peek down, making sure that your ankles are underneath your knees. And toes can be more forward or pointing out. My hips like it better pointed out. So that's where I'll be keeping mine today. And then we're just going to bring our hands nice and wide so elbows are up, fingertips pointing in. And then we're just going to dip one shoulder in and then the other. This gets a nice little stretch for the spine. Ooh, I already got a couple little pops. Feel free to linger anywhere that feels good. A little cross body stretch. Are we still breathing? Are we keeping our feet grounded? Knees over the tops of the ankles? Are we lingering where it feels good? All right, one more to each side. Good. And then we'll come back to neutral. Keep the legs where they're at though. I want you to press your feet firmly into the ground. We're going to go through a little bit of a building sequence today, but no worries, you've got this. All right, so sit bones are grounded. We're long throughout the spine. We're going to inhale the hands up and exhale, turn the torso towards the left leg. So we're finding ourselves in our warrior one pose, but our feet are going to stay right where they're at. And breathe. Strong warrior, joyous, victorious over the day. And then on an exhale, we'll release the hands down and turn back to neutral. Full breath in and out here. And then on your next inhale, we'll inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, turn the torso towards the right leg. And breathe. Hands are reaching towards the ceiling. Palms are facing each other. Broad across the collarbones. Palms of the feet pressing firmly into the floor. Are you still breathing? And then on your next exhale, we'll turn back to neutral and release the hands down. Good. Good job on round one. On your next inhale, we'll inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, turn towards the first side. Palms facing each other, broad across the collarbones, feet pressing firmly into the floor mat. Then on your next exhale, we're going to bring the left forearm to the top of the left thigh. Right fingertips are going to reach over towards the left. And you notice I'm turning my torso to match. So we're here. Torso turns back towards the front. Left forearm presses into the top thigh. Right fingertips reach over towards the left. Shoulders pulling away from the ear. And I'm staying long, finding length on both sides of the body. Side angle pose. Gaze can stay out towards the front or look underneath the right tricep. Good. One more full breath in and out here. And then on an exhale, top hand comes down. And we'll come back to neutral. Good. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, turn towards the right. Feet pressing firmly into the floor. Nice strong warrior one. And then on your next exhale, right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh. Remember, I'm turning the torso. Left fingertips reach over towards the right. Right shoulder pulls away from the ear. Gaze is out front or underneath the left tricep. Really reach those left fingertips long. Press your forearm into the top of your thigh. Breathe nice, full breaths. Then on your next exhale, left hand comes down, and we'll come back to upright. Good job. All right, let's add on to that. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, torso turns over to the left, warrior one. Full breath in and out. And then on your next exhale, left forearm comes down, right fingertips reach over to the left, side angle. Now make this strong. Reach those right fingertips over to the left. Press your forearm into your thigh, drawing your shoulder away from your ear. And then on your next inhale, reach the left hand to match the right. Good. And then on your next inhale, inhale up long. And exhale, warrior one to the opposite side. Good. Full inhale and exhale. And then on your next exhale, right forearm to the top of the right thigh, left fingertips reaching to the right. Right shoulder pulls away from the ear, finding space and length on both sides of the body. Full inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, right hand matches the left. Good, and then inhale, back to upright. And exhale, release it down. How are we doing? Woo, that's a lot of work. We are just chugging along through all the time here. All right, we're gonna do that 2 more times on each side, and then we'll be all done, and we'll get to standing. All right, so inhale, reach those hands up. Warrior one, on an exhale. On your next exhale, left forearm comes to the top of the thigh, right fingertips reach long. Side angle pose. Good, next inhale, left hand meets the right. Good, and then inhale up long. And exhale, warrior two. Fingertips reach opposite directions. Nice long spine, gazes over the left fingertips. Good, and then on your next inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, torso turns to the right leg. Warrior one on the opposite side. On your next exhale, right forearm comes down, left fingertips reach over to the right, side angle. Good, next inhale, right hand matches the left. Then we'll inhale up long and exhale out, warrior two. Gazes over the right fingertips. Fingertips are reaching long, shoulders are pulling away from the ears. Then on your next exhale, release the hands down. Coming back to neutral. Take a full breath in and out here. Good job. Last time through the sequence here. Building on one last time. So we'll inhale, reach the hands up. You're doing great. Exhale, turn the torso over to the left, warrior one. Exhale, left forearm comes down, right fingertips reach. Side angle. Inhale, left hand reaches out, matching the right. Next inhale, we'll come up long and exhale out into our warrior two. Fingertips can be wide or hugging together, yogi's choice. Gaze over the left fingertips, shoulders pulling away. On your next exhale, right hand comes to the hip, left palm flips up. We'll hinge just a little bit forward and then sweep the sky, reversing our warrior. Taking the gaze up towards the ceiling, finding length once again on both sides. Bringing that joyous thought back to our minds, maybe even smiling just a little bit. Good. On your next exhale, left hand comes down and we'll come back to upright. Awesome. I'm sure you did a great job. All right, last time on the opposite side. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, warrior one. On your next exhale, right forearm comes down, left fingertips reach long side angle. On your next inhale, right hand matches the left, finding length. Good. Inhale up long and exhale out, warrior two. Reaching your fingertips in opposite directions. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Gaze is over the right fingertips. Good. On the next exhale, left hand comes to the left hip. Right palm flips up. We'll hinge gently forward and then sweep the sky. Reversing our warrior. Finding length on both sides. I like to keep this hand here, reminding myself to find space on my left side as well. Good. Then on your next inhale, we'll come to upright. And exhale, release that right hand down. Awesome job. All right, let's take our feet. Heel toe them back to center. Good. And then we're going to come to standing. I'm going to turn my chair just so you have a better view of me. Good. And then from here, I'm just going to take a little bend into my knees, bring my palms to the top of the chair. I can let my fingertips stay forward, or I can turn my hands out if that's more comfortable for you. But I encourage you to keep the hands forward, pressing firmly into the chair. Then we'll walk the feet back. We're going to do our best to keep the hips over the ankles and the ears in line with the biceps. Finding ourselves a nice little down dog here. Pressing the fingertips and the backs of the knuckles into the chair. Finding length throughout the spine. Maybe even take a deeper bend into the knees if you need it. And breathe. Good. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, we'll press back into the hands, coming back closer to the chair, so we'll walk ourselves in. We're going to leave the left hand down on the chair. We're going to bend the left knee, and we're going to reach those right fingertips up towards the sky. So my right leg is mostly straight. I can keep a micro bend in it if I need to. My left knee is bent, my left hand is down. My right fingertips have peeled open, reaching for the sky. Opening my chest out, pressing through my left hand, and pressing my shoulder away from my ear. Good. On your next exhale, we'll release our right hand down. We'll straighten that left leg, bend the right, and then we're going to peel, reaching the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Pressing firmly through my down hand, drawing my shoulder away from my ear. Finding a little opening and twist here. Are you breathing? Good. On your next exhale, the left hand comes down. We'll do that one more time on the opposite side because the second time is always better than the first. Good. So we'll bend the left knee, right leg. Keeps a micro bend if needed. Right fingertips peel open towards the ceiling. Breathe. Press firmly through your left hand, pulling your shoulder away from your ear. And then exhale, right hand comes down, left leg straightens, right leg bends, and we'll peel open to the opposite side. On your next exhale, left hand comes back down, and we'll come back to our forward fold in our chair. Good. From here, we're going to take our right hand, and if you need to create a little bit of space for yourself, you can come over to the right side so your hand is on the right side of the chair. We're just going to make some big circles. So if you want to straighten that leg, bend the other one, give yourself some space, feel free to do so. If you're comfortable keeping both legs long, that's also okay. The idea here is to watch and move and rotate our shoulder. Nice and easy. We're not trying to create any wind here. Just 3 circles back. And then after those 3, we're going to take the arm back into the opposite direction. So we're just kind of testing our mobility, seeing our range of motion here. Good, and then let's go to the opposite side. So if you'd like to, you can walk your hands over to the left side of the chair. We can bend into the right knee. Right hand stays down, and left hand comes up and around. No matter which direction, we're going to go both. Just taking it nice and easy, slow and controlled. Making some nice big circles. Good. And after your third one in one direction, we'll reverse and go the opposite direction. Good. And then after that last one, we'll walk our feet back to the chair. And then we're going to just kind of get into the hands a little bit here. So I hope you can see me. We're going to keep our weight over the top of our wrists, so shoulders over wrists here. And we're going to turn our fingertips towards our body. So the fronts of our wrists are pointing away or towards the back of the chair, and the fingertips are pointing towards our legs. In here, we can just keep the hands down. We can bend into the elbows if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch. But I imagine for most of us, we're already probably feeling it, maybe even cursing me a little bit. And that's okay. I can't hear a thing. Good. And so yogi's choice, we can keep them straight, we can bend them, or we can say, heck no, I'm not doing this one, and that's okay. Good. One more breath here. And then we'll release. We're going to turn the fingertips towards center, towards midline. So fingertips are towards each other. You can maybe play around a little bit, bending and straightening the elbows. Good. And then the last one, we'll bring the wrists towards each other. So the insides of the wrists come towards each other, fingertips point out. And maybe try to bend your elbows now or not. Good. And then we'll just return our hands back to normal, walk our feet in, walk our hands up to the back of the chair, and we'll come back to standing. All right, so I have a little balance challenge for us today. Let me turn my chair here. And so you can stand behind your chair and hold on to your chair for a little balance, if you'd like. If not, our balance is simple today. Maybe even just stand behind your chair just in case. Okay. I'm gonna stand here just so you can see me. My ankles are underneath my hips. My shoulders are over my hips, so I'm standing nice and tall. I first want to start by pressing my feet into the floor, feeling all 3 or 4 corners of my feet firmly grounded. We'll start here in mountain pose. Arms down by the sides, broad across the shoulders. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. And this is our balance today. Sometimes just closing our eyes is all we need. Taking a moment, a breath, reminding ourselves of the joy in life. And then just sway forward. Feel yourself pressing into your toes, into your heels, over to the left, over to the right. Maybe making a circle in one direction and the other. Just changing our perspective a little bit. Maybe we press into the left foot and lift the right heel, but keep the toes grounded. Or press into the right foot and lift the left heel. So just keeping your eyes closed or your gaze softened. Wiggling around, staying long through the spine, still breathing. Maybe lift the toes, pressing the balls of the feet into the floor. Just kind of test it out a bit. Ooh, it's almost scary to come up to the balls of the feet and lift the heels. Good, one more full breath, playing around in darkness and our different perspective, our balance. Good. Now on your next inhale, we'll softly open our eyes. Woo! That was a little funky, huh? All right, from here, let's take a nice big stretch. Reach your fingertips long. Press your feet firmly into the floor. Maybe reach the right arm a little longer, the left arm a little longer. And then on an exhale, release it all down. Great job today, everybody. If you'd like, you can move your chair out of the way and lay down out on the mat. You can put the backs of your shins on the mat, on your chair. It's always a nice one. You can take your legs up the wall, or you can lay out flat on your mat. Today I'm going to join you in taking the backs of my calves to the back of the chair, and then I'll lay out long. If you've chosen to lay on the floor, feel free to tuck your shoulder blades underneath, or maybe you reach them long away from you, and let your arms come down by your sides. Wherever you're at, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just allow your body to begin to settle. You've done lots of good work today. Maybe bring that joyous thought back to mind and let it carry you throughout the rest of your day, reminding yourself of those good moments. Maybe even it's just yoga with me today. And then begin to allow your body to relax. Let your feet relax and fall away from each other. Relax your calves and thighs. Relax your hips and torso. Relaxing your shoulders, feeling them heavy, falling away from your ears or into the mat. Letting your arms relax. Maybe taking a gentle swallow and allowing your jaw to part, your tongue to rest in your mouth. Releasing any tension from all the tiny muscles of your face. And enjoy your Savasana. from side to side. If it feels good to you, you can take one more big stretch, pointing your toes, reaching your fingertips long. And then on an exhale, releasing everything down, or curling and rolling to one side. And then on your next inhale, pressing yourself back up to seated, or bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you once again for joining me today. I hope you all find the joy in your day. And let it guide you through any of the tough times or moments. I hope to see you all so very soon. And until we see each other again, namaste.